So yes, good afternoon all, and thank you for letting me do the presentation this week. Obviously I was supposed to be last week, but was off on holiday, so it's excellent to be able to do it this weekend, so thank you very much. So yes, my name is Andrew, our company is ABFM, and we're a firm of independent financial advisors. As you hear me say every week, we're based in Glasgow, with over 40 years of experience in the industry between myself and my father. So we are the two advisors in the business, and it's a family business. So there's 6 of us now in the team. I had to change that this morning actually, because I'm so used to putting 5, and I remember we've actually got a 6th member over the summer holidays. So we've got one of the local school kids, who's also the son of one of the girls in the office here. So he's helping us out over the summer, which is brilliant, giving him a bit of work experience as well before he goes back to his final year of school. So yeah, the 6 members and a dog. Some of you have probably seen Harvey running about in the background when he's been in with us, but he's not in today. And we provide advice on pensions, investments and protection. And when I say protection, I mean things like life insurance and health insurance, income protection. I don't mean people coming to your door at night with a baseball bat saying, "Give us your money or else." That's not the sort of protection that we talk about. So that's for that one. So it's mainly pensions and investments and life insurance we talk about. So I thought today, I've done this before, but it's updated for today. I would go through some of the frequently asked questions that people ask us when they come to an initial meeting with us at ABFM. Basically, a lot of people come to an IFA for the first time and don't really know what to expect of us, what we expect of them necessarily, or more often than not, what the services we offer actually allow them to do or can allow them to do over the course of their time working with us or throughout the duration of what it is they're going to have. So I thought that would hopefully clear up some of the questions that may cross some of your minds as well within the next 10 minutes. So the first one is, what are my pension options at retirement? Well, as many of you may or may not know, the pension age at the moment is 55. So until you reach 55, you've not got any options. There's nothing you can do other than contribute to your pension. However, when you get to 55, and it is going up to 58 pretty soon, in a couple of years' time, you're really left with 2 main options. You can go into what you call drawdown, and that's an example of that. I'll talk about that first. And secondly, you can buy an annuity. So going into drawdown, what that means is you essentially move your funds from accumulation funds, where the goal is to grow, for your investment funds to grow and to get as high as possible. And drawdown funds, or decumulation funds as they're officially known, tend to be a little bit safer. The reason behind that is you're not now focusing on growing your money, you're more focusing on maintaining the money. And that's because you're going to be taking an income from that. So the little diagram on the left shows a pension fund of £100,000. Now you're entitled to 25% tax-free cash. So you can take that £25,000 as a one-off, tax-free, stick it in your account and spend it. However, I'm kind of the opinion, if you don't need it right away, why take it to go and sit in your account and do nothing when you can leave it invested? You've still got the 25% tax-free cash as and when you want it. So there's no need to drain it just for the sake of draining it. But for the purpose of this, we'll say that you've taken a 25% tax-free cash and you're left with £75,000. And you move that into drawdown, into funds, and you can take a regular income from that. The benefit of this is it's still in funds, so the money could still go up. However, the risk is if it's not managed properly, or if you take out more money than you can account for in the growth, then you could, in essence, run out of money before you die, which is obviously pretty grim. But that's the part of the risks of investing. There's no guaranteed return. If you do want a guarantee, what you can do is you can go to the second option, which is go into an annuity or buying an annuity. So again, we'll use the same fund value of £100,000 and we'll take our 25% tax-free cash, which leaves us with £75,000. So what you do here is you could buy an annuity for £75,000. You now no longer have a fund value at all. You have no pension pot, absolutely nothing. However, what you do have is a guaranteed income for life. So whether the markets go up, whether the markets go down, doesn't matter. You have got this guaranteed income until the day you die. If you live to 110, you win, essentially. If you die 6 months after you take out the annuity, then in theory, the annuity provider wins. And that, it's a bit like insurance. It's done on risk levels of how high risk are you to the firm providing the annuity. Now you can take out things like you can have a protected annuity, which means it'll pay for a minimum of 10 years, or it can pass on to your spouse, which is great. The drawback, or not the drawback, but the repercussions of doing that would be that you get slightly less. So instead of maybe getting £2,000 a month, you might only get £1,800 a month, or dependent on it. So the more protection you take out to protect that over the long term, then you get less for your money in the short term. Can I change the amount of money I put into my pension funds that I've set up, and what are my limits? So for the last several years, I've gone on about how the annual limits are £40,000 for a pension. However, this year it changed and it's now up to £60,000. So yes, first of all, yes, you can change how much you put into your pension. You can put in as little or as much as you want, and you can start it off as a regular contribution on a monthly basis, and you can put in more money to top it up as and when you please if you want. However, there are two rules. The two rules are, firstly, an annual allowance of 60,000, so you cannot go over that. So if you earn £75,000 a year, you can only put 60,000 of that into your pension. Obviously, you get tax relief in that as well. However, if you earn £25,000, you cannot put in £60,000. You can only put in 25,000. So the way to think of it is you can put in £60,000 or 100% of your earnings, whatever is the lesser. And again, you get tax relief on both of these, but it's, as I say, it is 100% of your earnings up to a maximum of £60,000. So it's good because the new tax year, we've now got an extra £20,000 which you can put into pensions, which are great for people who are trying to top it up maybe in a latter time before they're going to draw down. They've got quite a lot of high income that they've maybe not been contributing much over the recent years. So that's a benefit of that side of it. What pension investment fund will perform best? Well, unfortunately, I am not Mystic Meg, and I don't have a crystal ball. What we can do, however, when we're doing our fund research for you, is we can look back not just on the short term, but on the long term. It's all very well me looking at funds, how they performed in the last 3 months for you, or 6 months. Really, though, that's not going to help a huge amount. What is going to help you is looking over the past 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. And markets will go up and markets will go down over the short term. There's no denying that. You have big blips in the market. Big blips recently will be Brexit, COVID, the war in Russia and Ukraine, even things like the Queen dying, independence referendum in Scotland. It's all things that cause a bit of uncertainty, and the markets will go up and go down in times of this. But as long as they go up over a period of long term, the blips don't really matter too much. But that's where we choose our funds. We look at the long term performance to see that. But unfortunately, if Sean was to ask me, I'm sure picking on Sean a lot today, I know that, but if Sean was to ask me, what's the best performing fund for me to put my money in from a pension? I don't know for what's going to be performing best next month. I do know what's performed best in the past 6 months, 12 months, and so on. And that's how we make our educated decisions based on past performance. And again, Sean's favourite one here. When's the best time to start a pension? Well, the story you've heard me say before is 20 years ago is the best time to plant a tree, because the tree on the left has grown into the big oak tree on the right-hand side. Maybe not 20 years, maybe that's more like 200 years, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. And it's the same with a pension protection, more so with pensions, I must admit. You start putting aside £50, £100, £200, £500, whatever is affordable to yourself, and you look at it in 20 years' time, you will have a nice, healthy pension fund to look at and to take your money from to live your retirement of your dreams. But you've got to start somewhere. And if you didn't start it 20 years ago, then what I do say to my clients is the best time to start is today. Not tomorrow, not next week, but today, because you're giving yourself the longest time possible before you come to withdrawing your money. So I thought I'd finish. I've got just a minute to go. So I thought I'd finish with some testimonials that are on our website. We've also got video testimonials now as well on our website if you want to see a bit more detail. One client, ABFM puts you first. They really care about you. A girl that I know, I've known her for several years now, she said, I would 100% recommend Andrew at ABFM. A chap called Alan said, we provided excellent service, trustworthy and easy to understand. Again, another personal friend of ours, personal service, honest and straightforward, no flannel or sales pitch, does what is required. Simon says, we provide extensive knowledge, attention to detail, and we're easy to speak to. And finally, John has told us, that he's complete faith in our ability. This was actually about my father, because I thought I'd include him as well since I talked to him. I have complete faith in his ability. I'm more than willing to listen to his advice and act upon it. Now, a lot of these people have been with us for many years. However, they have become friends as well for many of us, because that's what we like to do. We provide a personal service tailored to each individual, and we build up a friendship with people as well. So it might not always start as friends, but more often than not, they will end up being friends and come to us openly, knowing that they can talk to us in pure confidence, and that we will provide them with the best advice for them and for their lifestyles. So yeah, that's me finished up. As I say, I like to finish off saying that ABFM will help you live for today and plan for tomorrow. And I don't know if we have time for any questions or not.